Hi all. This is an emergency broadcast. This is an emergency broadcast. Listen to me. Listen to me. I have missed few weeks of recording and there's a big reason for that. And I don't even have my notes are empty today and I'm not even looking great right now. Not that I ever look great, but today I'm extra not looking great. I woke up like this and I'm wearing my pajamas basically, and I'm wearing this winter jacket because it's raining in LA. And it's an emergency broadcast because I have something crazy happen to me. Something crazy happened. Few things that have happened to me that are crazy. And I'm just gonna create this emergency broadcast. I'm gonna read from my notes instead of my notebook. I'm usually prepared, but today is different. First of all, I have a new pen, which means that I'm gonna be writing a lot or not, and that's not the point of this show. That's not the point of this show. First thing that happened to me is I was in a car accident. I was rear-ended by a person who was very old, and it looked like their car was also doubling as their trash can. Their old Toyota was doubling as their trash can, and they couldn't find their driver's license or insurance information. And what I got from them was a expired AAA card. AAA card. So as you can imagine, I called my insurance company and they said this is uninsured motorist coverage, and I'm sure they made sure that I was going to be covered. And I've spent a week talking to Geico claims supervisors, claim managers, and everybody else. I filed a complaint with the California Department of Insurance because they refused to waive my deductible, and I was stuck with the bill. Excuse me. I was stuck with the bill to pay for the repair shop that they have sent me to. They have sent me the next day after the accident. They've sent me to their approved repair shop, and they couldn't give me the car back because they refused to pay the deductible, and I had to file a CDI complaint and threaten them with lawsuit. And then they apologized and they released my car, they paid the deductible, and that was the end of that. But that was not the end of the story, because it turned out that they didn't fix my car properly. My bumper didn't match the rest of the car, and I found a huge water intrusion issue. That was like a gallon of water in my spare tire well. There was a fucking gallon of water. And then I had to go to certified shop, and now I had to fight them to make another repair, which is now costing them about $4,000 because I was very vocal about it, filing complaints and everything. So now the second repair shop is going to fix my car, hopefully. And that is why I did not record any of my episode shows before today. But that's not all of why this is an emergency. I have lost my job, I have lost my income, and now I'm about to get evicted. I'm gonna write it right here, eviction. I am running huge debt with my credit card companies. All of the people that I have to pay money to, I can't pay. And so what is happening these days is this is why I'm not recording these videos and I'm just posting the clips from things that I've done before, because I want you guys to see what I've done before. I want to emphasize how awesome my speaking skills and video making skills are. So I'm just posting the clips from the shows that I made today, but today's different because it's an emergency broadcast. I have lost my job, I have lost my income, and it's very hard in this kind of situation to post any kind of videos. But today for you, I'm making an update. So my job right now is call all of my creditors, and I have around maybe 20 different creditors. Everybody have lended me money, thinking that I can pay back, and I could before I lost my earnings. And so what I'm doing now is every day I call every other lender, and I'm telling them exactly why I can't pay. And they're telling me that I have to, that I'm going to be, there's going to be consequences. And I say, you should have thought that before you have given me money. You knew who I was. You knew what to expect of me. And now I can't pay. And now we're kind of struggling. Now we're kind of struggling in this on this channel pretty severely. And I'm not sure how it's going to play out. But right now, I'm close to eviction. I don't have any money coming. I have no idea how to find another job because I could care less about American corporate structure. I tend to find earnings when I talk to people. I see what I can do for them. This is how I make money. I don't go to corporate structures for money. So that's enough of that. Yesterday was another thing that kind of shook my mind. And I was in Westfield Century City, Westfield Fashion Square on Santa Monica Boulevard, and Emma Chamberlain from YouTube has opened a coffee shop. She has opened a coffee shop, and this was legitimately the worst day of my life. When David Dobrik opened a pizza place on Sunset Boulevard, I could kind of tolerate that. There was lines of people outside waiting to see David Dobrik making pizza or something, and they're mostly 12-year-old people lining up at that pizza store, and I ate that. I ate that with dignity, even though it hurt my feelings that people actually, line up to these places. But I have to just accept that this is what the world has become, but not until yesterday when Emma Chamberlain has turned out to open a coffee shop called Chamberlain Coffee. And I was praying to God. I was praying to all the gods of now and before. I was praying to all the gods of now and before that this was just some kind of, a duplicate name. Maybe some kind of Chamberlain coffee brand has opened a new shop, and I was kind of excited because there was a line. There was a line at 8 p.m. in Century City, Westfield Fashion. There's no people at all at that time at that shopping mall. There's no people at that time. And there was lines of people lined up for the coffee at 8 p.m. at the coffee place called Chamberlain Coffee. And I was praying to all the gods of the now and before that it was just some kind of coincidence and this is some kind of new great shop. And that's why people lined up there. But having experience of how David Dobrik Pizza played out, there was like lines of people specifically to that place. I'm not sure if it's even good, but it was like influencer marketplace. I pulled up my phone and I Googled it, and it was Emma Chamberlain Coffee Shop, and there was people at 10 p.m. lining up at the store. The Westfield Fashion Square was already closed. The Westfield Fashion Square on Santa Monica Boulevard in Century City has already been closed, but there was lines of people lined up to try Emma Chamberlain Coffee. This was the worst and the best day of my life when I realized that the culture has gone completely insane, that people have lost any kind of resemblance of independence, of critical thought, and they just follow with whatever the algorithm tells them to follow. If Emma Chamberlain opens an airline, I feel like everybody's going to be flying wherever. Even if they don't need to fly anywhere, because Emma Chamberlain has opened a airline company, people are just going to be flying because they want to be part of that imaginary world of YouTube creators and influencers, because their lives has been completely destroyed. They've lost all the independence and critical thought, and now everybody's has just been infantilized, and they just follow whatever the internet tells them to buy, even though they don't need coffee at 11 p.m. when the West Fashion Square is closed. And I'm here to bring this news to you in case you didn't know, because here on this channel we know that those things don't matter, and I encourage you to not subscribe and do not listen to me. Or if you listen to me, I just want you to understand what I'm saying and then never listen to me again. This is the point of the show, to make you understand the things that matter, they're not on your screen. But I have an emergency situation where my car is might be totaled because of this rear bumper collision. Now I have water intrusion in my spare tire well, and nobody knows how to fix it. Insurance company, thank God, after a lawsuit and a complaint to California Department of Insurance, are willing to pay for it, but it might be too late. It might be too late. I have lost my income. I can't pay my creditors. Everybody's calling me, and I'm not sure what I'm going to say to my landlord. I'm not sure about any of that, and hopefully this is not the last video. Maybe it is, but it's not the last video. I'm hoping, please pray for me to the gods that you know or would like. If you don't know any gods, if you would want to find a religion now so you can pray for me, maybe you can help me get out of this situation, because it's dire. And Emma Chamberlain has opened a Westfield Century coffee shop that has lines at 10 p.m. Even though the place is already closed, people are trying to be part of that world. And this is the worst and the best. This was the best and the worst day of my life, when I realized that the people has been completely obliterated and lost all the ability of critical thinking. I don't know what Emma Chamberlain does, and I don't care. I also wonder why are people following these big influencers? What do they even do? What do they do? All of these people on YouTube or whatever platform they are on, it feels like to me, because I'm not watching any social media. I'm just recording these videos and I'm posting them and I'm watching that. The reason why I opened this channel a few months ago, and the reason why you subscribe to this channel, a lot of people have already, which I appreciate. But the reason why I have opened this channel is because I cannot watch this brain rot, this brain dead content on the internet, and I can't watch it, but I have to stay entertained. Hollywood is not making any movies anymore. Whatever they call movies, they're not movies anymore. So I have left with the only one option is to create my own channel, my own show. And so I will go ahead and watch it. This is all I watch, by the way. By the way, this is all the content I consume, is me talking to you, and then I watch how I talk to you, and that kind of makes me smile. That kind of makes me laugh. And if you enjoy this content, good for you, but it means nothing to me. I could care less if you enjoy this show or not, because I am the perfect audience for this show. Because I tell myself on the camera how stupid everybody is and how frustrated I am with influencer opening pizza places and coffee shops that have no business opening, and people are lining up to these places like they're the best place, like they're the best thing since sliced bread. And I have nobody else. Maybe Tim Dillon is the only person who's also saying these things, but I hate him personally because he haven't responded to my text on Instagram. I told him on Instagram, I sent him a text. I said, Tim, hi. I said, hi, I am the Ukrainian person who is the only person alive in Los Angeles who's doing comedy from Ukraine. I'm from Ukraine. We need to work together because you understand me and I understand you. He has not responded. And that is why I have started this show, because I realized that there's going to be no help from Tim. Tim is not going to help me. Tim is not going to alleviate my existential pressure. My existential problems are not going to be alleviated by Tim Dillon. And he confirmed that by not answering my short and very vague Instagram DM. And he has forced me. He has forced me to open my own show, so now I can watch myself tell everybody else how I hate you all. Not you all, but most of the brain rot, brain dead people that watch Emma Chamberlain, David Dobrik, and whatever internet you choose to watch. If you're watching anything else than my show, you're brain dead to me. You're brain dead to me. But if you are watching this show, maybe you can watch something else. Because this is the only thing that I watch. This is the only thing that I do. This is the only show on the internet that actually makes sense. If you watch Mr. Beast, you're probably going to be dead in 5 years. I'm sorry to tell you, but if you watch Mr. Beast, you are probably going to be dead in 5 years because your brain is going to turn to a boiled egg. If you did not know that, wait until 5 years and text me from the grave. Text me from the grave. What do these people do? I also wondered, why are people so interested in these, big influencers? What do they do? In my spare time, I sometimes try to watch these stupid videos. And what it comes down to is these big influencers just running around. They're basically making videos of running around. I watched like a Mr. Beast show because I wanted to know what this even is. Because it looked like a brain dead thing to me, but I want to know exactly what this is. So there was a show of there's a jet and he have 100 people hold their hand on the jet. And the premise of the video was whoever can't hold on to this jet last kind of loses. And if you're the last person holding on to this jet, you win the jet. Something stupid like that. And what it looks like to me is if the alien civilization would want to come onto this planet and kill most of its population by rotting their brain, this is exactly the video, the informational weapon that they will create, so people will just go insane and throw themselves off the windows. Because all of the videos, they're just running around with the camera, and they have these exaggerated emotions. Holding to the, I can't hold to this jet anymore. And this video has 18 billion views. So we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die because Mr. Beast has 18 billion views when he's just running around with his friends, convincing them that they need to hold on to the jet or something. And people who are watching this are actually the problem. I respect him, whatever he does, good for him. He have found a way to talk to algorithm or gods, good for him. But all of the rest of you who's watching his videos is going to die, probably. Is going to die. Yeah, I've lost my job and I've lost my earnings in Los Angeles, and it's kind of strange how this whole system is played out. You go out, and probably because I'm going to lose my apartment as well, you go and you try to find rent. You try to rent a place, and they say, how much is this rent? And they're going to say $18,000. $18,000. And you say, okay, good. How much money is it easy to make? How much money can we make in this city? And they say you can make $4 an hour. You can make. They can make $4 an hour, and then you kind of calculate how much money you would need to pay rent, and then it's kind of a slavery. It's kind of a it's not forced slavery. It's not exactly forced slavery. They're kind of nudging you into slavery. I've always said, in America now, there's two classes. It's a completely, at this point, a completely medieval society. This is 100% medieval society where there's landlords and people who hold assets and everybody else. And if you think that you're not a slave, you're mistaken. Because people don't even make money. Money just appears, and they can charge you $8,000 for some mediocre apartment in rent. And you go around, you try to find money, and everybody's paying you $5 an hour. So you calculate, and you're like, so I have to work about 100 hours per week just to pay rent for this apartment. So you're a slave. They're not forcing you into slavery. You're being nudged to be a slave. So I just want you to think about that. I'm applying for jobs right now because I've lost my income and creditors are calling me. And my job now is just to say, everybody, hold off. Hold off. I know I'm not going to pay you, but just can you be nice? This is what I'm saying to my lend. This is what I'm saying to my lenders, by the way. I'm calling them and I'm saying they're so angry at me. They're saying, we're going to repossess your car. They're going to do stuff, this and this. And I say, you know what? Can you be nice? Can you at least be nice and understand that I don't have anything? And hopefully this will work. Hopefully they will not get my car. Hopefully they will not get my car. I'm promising them and I'm applying for jobs. At least that's what I say to them. I say, I'm applying for jobs. This is something that I do now. And they say, good. And the way that I'm applying for jobs is not what you think it is. I'm not going and doing what you people are doing, crafting a resume. Oh, I know. I have this skill. I have 5 years of improvement. When I worked at this company, we have raised the sales for like 8,000% of my department. I was responsible. I don't do all of that. I don't do any of that. I just send them a CV saying this is my name and I need this kind of money. And on the skills section of my CV, I say whatever is necessary so I can afford rent. That's my skill set. My skill set for these job applications is whatever is necessary so I can cover rent. I don't care about your company. This is also, by the way, part of my resume, my CV, what I'm sending to these companies. And I'm also not choosy. I'm just sending. It's like a. I don't even know what they do. I just send them a CV because I need money. And I'm being honest. I'm not playing into the system. I am not playing into the system where I kind of trying to, be the best candidate for the job. I'm not doing that because I want to be honest, because I come from an honest place. And I'm just saying, under my skills, whatever is needed to pay for rent so I say, and about me, I say, I'm just going to do whatever I feel like or whatever you want me to do. If I feel like it's a good idea, I will do it. And under my skills is whatever necessary to get rent. And I'm being honest. Because I've done a lot of things in my life. I have had nice jobs. I have had high-paying jobs. And let me tell you, all of them are all shit. All of them are bullshit. Most of the jobs that making good money or bad money is just convincing people that everything is good. That is basically the job, and I know that, and I'm not going to play into creating a best CV on the market. I'm just going to say, hey, I need money. Whatever you want me to do, just let me know. I'll do it if it makes sense. This is my approach to job applications, and maybe this is the reason why I don't have income right now. Maybe this is the reason why I'm getting evicted from my house, but at the same time, I'm being honest. I'm being true to myself. And I'm not letting my brain rot. So take from that whatever you want. Thank God that the TikTok was banned, but unfortunately it was reinstated because all of you people really needed to eat up some trash from your screens. You cannot live without eating trash from your screens. And I don't know what to tell you. If you want to go that way, go for it. I'm just letting you know that you're going to probably die because of the brain rot. And I understand that in this day and age, the economy is not perfect. The government institutions, the institutions in general has lost all credibility. And I understand you have nothing else to do but to buy some plush toys that you see on TikTok. And that when the TikTok was banned, all of you probably went crazy and said, how am I going to eat trash? Hey, Mr. President, do you know where we live? This is America, and we need trash. We're gonna consume Real Housewives, and when the commercial starts in on the network, we're gonna open the TikTok and eat trash while the advertising is going on my TV. So the TikTok was reinvested, and now all the people on the TikTok who are popular can continue rotting everybody's brain, including their own. They're not just rotting your brain. They're also rotting the brain of their own. And so as a result, the TikTok has been reinvested because you guys couldn't figure out how are you going to see trash. It was not enough trash in your life. You don't want to see trash outside. You want to see the trash on your screen. And that's why TikTok was reinstated. And everybody's going to die because of the brain rot. And that's fine. I just hope that I can find some earnings so I can pay for this shitty apartment that I live in. And I can have my car so I can drive up Mulholland Drive and think about how awesome life is. And I will find that earnings by posting resume saying, I don't care what your company does. None of it makes sense anyways. This whole service economy is complete nonsense. My skill set is whatever is needed so I can pay rent. I don't need more money. And hopefully, me personally, I will find a way to make some earnings. Maybe if you want to go and support me on Patreon, I will appreciate that. There's 3 tiers. If you want to pay me money, then maybe you can. I'm not going to stop you. I'm also not going to ask you for it because I don't care. I just hope that in this crazy place that you have created, but mostly tech people, but you have confirmed what they're doing, and you have completely let go of critical thinking and any kind of independence of thought, and you just say, let us rot their brain. Good for you. I just wanted to let you know that I'm making this channel, I'm making this program so I have something to watch on my phone because I am the biggest fan of this show, regardless of whoever is watching this show. I'm creating content that actually makes any kind of sense and doesn't brain rot immediately. So I just hope that I can keep doing this so I can entertain myself by later watching this show. And at the same time, I hope that some God-forsaken company will hire me or give me some money to do whatever I feel is necessary to improve the world. And this is how I hope it's going to play out because I have completely lost faith in humanity, in American society, because all of you are buying plush toys on TikTok and forming lines at Westfield Fashion Square at 2 a.m. when everything is closed to try Emma Chamberlain's coffee because you think she's a cute girl. And you don't understand that she's a corporate fucking warlord. Or at least face of it. Thank you so much for being a Patreon. Thank you so much for watching this show, even though I don't make it for you. And this is the end of the rant. And I'll see you when I'll see you.